Stretch a limousine, sipping rosé all alone. Double-headed monster with a mind of its own. Cherry red chariot, it says it's just my character. All black tux, shoes lavender. I never needed acceptance from all you outsiders. Savage was easy before his mouth wired. His jaw shattered, climbing up the Lord's ladder. We still speeding, running signs like they don't matter. What in the world, bro? So hard to set up the dashboard. Or it's not hard, but it's a bunch of hoops you gotta jump through. My laptop, there we go, there it is. Perfect. Okay, all should be good now. Nice. Alright, ready to go. Before we get started, just at the very start of this video, I want to give a shout out to someone that contributed to the project. I'm gonna kind of show what they did and give a little update on some of the bug fixes that I've done personally yesterday. So yeah, let me go ahead and bring that up really quick, and then we can get started. Let's see, browser. Nice. Okay. Yay, more live coding. Oh yeah, Dusk. You know it. Are you this person, by the way? Is this you? I was literally just about to give, if it is, I was literally just about to give you a shout out. I was gonna be like, yo, thanks to thanks to this person. I just want to make sure it's you though first. Welcome in though. Hope you're doing good. But yeah, shout out to this person on the GitHub repository. Just helped, you know, just did a very minor fix and added a git ignore. So thank you, Dusk Ashes on GitHub. Appreciate you. That's you. Okay. I just wanted to give you a shout out, or like not like a shout out, but like I wanted to give thanks. I guess I know it's like such a minor fix. All that it really was I had misnamed the character folder. So Dusk was kind enough to go through and fix my mistakes. So you guys are always welcome to contribute if you guys want to. In terms of like bug fixes, as far as like the overall, like how the whole program works, probably not. But as far as like bug fixes, I'm always, my stream's a bit behind, but yes, that's me. It's no problem, man. Minor spelling mistakes happen. Yeah, hope the latency isn't too bad. But yeah, I saw it yesterday. I was in class, I saw it, I got a notification on my phone. And I was like, wait a minute, I didn't name the file correctly. What's up, Plankton? Good to see you. Welcome in, welcome in. I'm about to go over some bug fixes that I made yesterday in between classes. But you know, before we get started, hope everyone's doing well though. It's a morning stream today, so I'll be streaming probably for, let's see, maybe 2 hours and a half, something like that. Hey, Plankton too. Heck yeah, Plankton. The legend. Okay, let's go back here. So just really quick, I'm gonna go over kind of the things that I fixed. I started adding stuff today. Actually, I was in class and in the middle of class, I know it's bad, but he was going over like hash tables, which I kind of already have a pretty good understanding about what hash tables are. Or like he wasn't going over them for the first time. We've already gone over them in like previous classes, but he was basically reviewing what hash tables were because we're using it for some kind of project. And so I opened this up and I started kind of implementing some stuff. But as far as the bug fixes, there was a lot of include errors. I noticed a lot of I forgot what it's called. It's like circular linking or something like that, where I had files including each other, if that makes sense. And that caused a lot of issues. That was the main, wait, I also coding class. Okay, cool. But yeah, that was causing a lot of the issues, was the includes. And so I fixed a little bit of that yesterday. Let's see, we did that yesterday. Let me go, actually, it would probably be better if I go to the GitHub instead, Yeah, let's do that. Because that, I mean, that's going to show what I actually did. Everyone gets ideas in class. Yeah, for real. No, like, I literally thought, like, I wonder if I should do the player choice or, like, the player, like, turn in this method. So I started, like, implementing it in class. So, I can't help it. I can't help it. Alright, let's see. Was it this one? I think it was this one, right? Yeah, so I had to fix a lot of includes. You'll see a lot of includes we're having to be fixed. I replaced the skills list with just a skills.h file. I fixed this destructor, some other things that I noticed that I did. Like for instance, in the set HP stat for every single character class, it was what was happening was I was setting the max HP twice as well. So that was also causing a lot of things. So, and then I forgot to delete the player. I just noticed this, that I forgot to delete the player and the destructor. Yeah, but mostly includes, honestly, mostly includes a little bit of stuff here and there. This is a really useful method of doing it. I'm not gonna lie, Claude helped me out with this one. My homie Claude, the LLM, helped me out with this method. I didn't even know you could do this. Like you can define like a character class and then use the actual methodology that you use in the actual character class elsewhere, which is pretty sick. I didn't know that. The circular leaking sucks. Yeah, I didn't read that earlier. I don't know how I forgot. But yeah, that was this was pretty big. I did this for a lot of different classes because I was having trouble with including certain things. So, but yeah, I mean that's about it really. We made a new file for this, or these were they weren't new files. These were already implemented, but I guess I hadn't committed them or something. I don't know. But for the most part, that's about it. Wait, you shouldn't need to delete player if you don't use dynamic memory. I think we did though, I think. Let me go, hold on, wait, let me check. Maybe 100%. As long as you don't vibe code it all, using some AI for repetitive or simple shit is fine in my opinion. I use it mostly for debugging. Like when there's, like for instance, that was causing a lot of issues. And so just trying to find solutions to certain bugs that I've never encountered before. Let me go to the game loop really quick. Because we are creating new warrior. So delete player. This is the constructor. So I added delete player as well. But yeah, that's really about it. And then I'll go over kind of the stuff I was doing in class today. My 8 a.m. class, like, dude, I regret signing up for a class that early. But I'm pretty sure we would need delete player here, right? Because we use new warrior, which I know this will obviously have to be changed in the future. Right now, this is just a fix, like we're just making a new warrior. But in the future, obviously this will need to be fixed. Yeah. This is like the old implementation. I just fixed this because I realized I wasn't deleting it. Because I kind of scoured through the game loop to make sure that there wasn't anything bad. And everything else is still working kind of properly, how we would want it to. The only thing is the combat system. The combat system now needs a lot of changes. So we initially had player turn and enemy turn. I mean, the destructor should do it by itself, but okay. Oh, really? Like it automatically does it? I'm pretty sure that just deletes... It destructs the game though, right? I think. I'm not sure. For right now, I know it's not hurting to put it there. So I'm just going to keep it there for right now. But I don't know. It may not be needed unless I'm reading this wrong. Well, I don't know. Maybe I I could be reading this wrong, honestly. Use game default. That'll delete everything that was made in the constructor. Would it? Let me move my coffee that's still too hot for me to drink right now. Um, have a class, be back later. Alright, Dusk, have a good class. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. I don't know. I'm just gonna keep it there for right now. I might revisit it in the future. But yeah, let me go over kind of the combat stuff I was doing. So yeah, I switched player turn and enemy turn to player choice and enemy choice. And basically they're going, or for right now, what I'm thinking is that they will return the skill that they want to use, which I guess makes the most sense. And then in the combat loop, we can kind of run the, the character function that actually does those actions. So here's player choice. So first thing we do is we get the skills of the player, the skill list. All right, then we store a variable called pick skill, which will store the skill that the player actually decides to pick. This may not be the best implementation. This is just kind of what I came up with on the spot. So this is kind of like the menu, basically, prompting for the choice. My laptop needs to be charged if we're gonna continue. But yeah, like this is the whole prompting for the choice. So yeah, so we have, let's see, print skills. That's a new function that I also created. Let me go over that. I'm also just reminding myself about these things, even though I just said them. Yeah, print skills, just a for loop. Goes through each skill. This may not be the best way to do this, but you know, it does it, so, or at least it should. So then yeah, now we check if that was a valid choice. Then we set the pick skill equal to the choice -1 because we have to offset it because vectors are 0 based. So we offset it in that way. And yeah, then we check if we can use it, which if true, then we return the pick skill. Else, then we use a can't use function, which if I go to skills, I created a new function that I don't even know if this is really where it belongs. I thought maybe putting it like in the character class, but I feel like putting it here kind of made more sense. So yeah, so we have just it's the same logic I used for the initial method that we were doing, the initial functionality that we were doing. So just, once again, get if they're magic, if so, then not enough mana, not enough stamina, whatever. So we just kind of made a set function for that. And then yeah, else, invalid option, repeat the loop until we finally get an option that we like. So this was the old code, which I think I can delete now. So I just had it there just for my own reference. So yeah, and then enemy choice works in a similar manner. I haven't finished enemy choice. We're still working on that currently. Because there was something with this, I was like, what? I mean, like, I don't know. I was very confused by this earlier. But anyways, basically the way that it's going to work is we're using this formula to get a random choice, which may not be the best. I mean, we could come up with some kind of algorithm that would make the enemy like pick the best choice based on like certain factors, but like let's avoid that complexity right now and kind of just you know move forward with this. So yeah, we have just a random 1 out of 100. Then we get this basically is making sure that we can get an actual index, and then yeah, pick skill from the skill list, from the enemy skill list choice. So by the way, okay, no, we don't need that. Okay, so yeah, now I was doing it here. I put a comment error. I was in class when I did this, and yeah, so fixed skill can't use. So this is once again just to check that if they can't use, as long as you have a clear mental image of your structure, it's fine. To place methods wherever. Okay, cool. Yeah, but why is there an error? I have no idea. Like, oh, so it says expression must have a bool type, a boolean. So it's like, or convertible to a boolean. And it's like, we're doing an if statement here. We're doing the same method that we did up here. Maybe it's not recognizing that, but why would it not recognize that? If that, then it would just simply, then we would return you picked skill, right? Or I think we'd have to return the pointer of the picked skill. Yeah, we return the pointer of the picked skill. But I'm so confused as to why this is specifically not working. It says something about like, so picked skill is obviously, this can't use a virtual method, or should it be? Can't use is not a virtual method, no. Let me go to it really quick. Can use. Oh, can't use. Wait, what are we using here? Wait, why are we doing that? Wait a minute, that's a void. That's why that wasn't working. That's why there's an error, bro. I used, okay, maybe I should rename those functions actually, because that can get a little confusing. Can't use is not a virtual method though, no. Damn, what an easy fix. A dumb fix too. Whatever, it's fine. So I think this is kind of it, because I mean, it would stop the loop. If this isn't checked, then it will just keep looping until we finally get a choice. But the method can't use should return bool. Yeah. You're right. That's why. Yeah. So I was using. Yeah, it was saying something about returning a boolean. I was like, what, dude? But yeah, I meant to use can use. We don't need to do can't use for this one, because we don't need to know the enemy. This could be kind of troublesome. I feel like a better way of doing this is just like a kind of a rough sketch, but I feel like a better way of doing this might be like, to get what can we use? Yeah, get like the list of skills, and I don't know. Let's just do this for right now. To do make better. I don't know. Make better. Basically just like more sophisticated. I think that's how you spell sophisticated. Not like in the sense of like, you know, we factor in a bunch of different things, but I just want to be able to factor in the get cost. Wait, what? Be careful when returning dereferenced pointers. Are you returning a reference? Be careful not making unnecessary copies of objects. Yes, we are returning a reference. Am I making an unnecessary copy? For both of these, we'll be returning a reference. Or at least that's how I see it happening. Sorry, I got a text. Okay, good. Same thing in your can use method. Is it taking a reference input or are you making copies? In your while true. Now we're in the can use, we're taking the reference, the reference of the character. Go to it really quick. Yeah. Can use reference of the character, like the source character, which I think is the way to go about it. Not 100% sure, but I think it's the way to go about it. Oh, we hit 400 subs. Let's go. Nice. Nice. Congrats to us. All right. Anyways, let me get back to it. So yeah, let me go back down here. So yeah, we are returning a pointer. I don't think anything else really needs to be done here. This will just loop until we finally get a choice, which right now is kind of weird because it's like, okay, if they only have 2 options, I mean, it's unlikely, but there could be a chance where it, this random number returns like, like something that the enemy couldn't use a couple of times. Or something like that, I don't know. Which could like make things a little slower, but right now, we're just gonna add it to do. And say, let's make this more sophisticated in the future. You could also just pass in pointers if you wish. You think that would be a little better? Passing in pointers. Sorry. Excuse me. We'll keep it for right now, but in the future we might do something like that. Or we might make it better. I'm not sure. But let me go over this like better subjective. Yeah. Let me go over this combat loop really quick. This could probably be turned into a function. I'm being honest, like just battle has begun. Because probably need to keep this as. Let's do that really quick actually, because I feel like that's. And honestly, I would say that we probably could just make it here in the combat loop, honestly, or the combat. You know what I mean? Print info, end info. We'll do begin info or begin. Begin print. I don't know. Begin message. We'll do that or something like that. I don't know. Battle start. Sure. Why not? Okay. Now let's go down here. Void combat. Battle start. Const. Okay. And we'll just paste that. And that should get everything that we need. So I just want to make that a little bit more organized. So now we can do battle start, which just prints the message. We need to store the winner and the loser, because what's gonna happen? We're making a lot of references, referencing and dereferencing for apparently no reason. Really? If this makes you understand it easier, keep it like this. I guess maybe I just thought that certain things needed to be the way that they were, because like for instance a skill, like that's a abstract class. We can't exactly return like just a skill. And then as far as these guys go, I guess I just didn't want to copy. I didn't want to copy them into the function. I don't know. I might clean up this logic later, like the referencing and dereferencing. Um, what's up, Simp? How are you? Good to see you here. Good morning. Doing a morning stream today. That's all I got time for, unfortunately. My last class ends at 8:20 p.m. How crazy is that? My first class of the day starts at 8:30. My last class of the day ends at 8:20. That's a 12-hour day of just like, not just classes, because obviously I have time to stream, but, you know, what a day. So, but yeah, so we're storing the winner and the loser. Right, so we're storing the winner and the loser. I'll start print info. So we print info about each of the players first. And now this was the old while loop, or the old logic. So let's kind of not really replicate it, but let's try to kind of get like a similar flow going with what we have now. Welcome to uni. At least you don't live 2 hours away. Oh wow, so you commute. Damn. I used to commute, but mine was only like 30 minutes for me back in the day. I lived in dorms for 1 semester. That was terrible. I hated that. And then yeah. I think, yeah, since then I've just been in an apartment, so. But commuting is not for the weak, bro. Commuting is not for the weak at all. So this checks if both the player and the print info. Oh, okay, it just gets the turn. So we'll just do. We will keep doing print info then. In that case. So yeah, print info is valid. Even though it's not really what it's doing, it's just printing the turn. So really, let's change this actually. Print turn. That's all it's really doing. So we'll do print turn. Go over here, print turn. I live 21 miles away from my uni. There's a new train opening where I live 2 weeks, which will cut down half the commute. Oh heck, hell yeah. That'd be really good. That'd be really good. Trains and buses are honestly lifesavers for commuting. Seriously. I used to live like 40 miles from my university when I first got to college. That was fun. It really makes skipping classes so easy when you commute, because you're like, oh, like I gotta drive, because like not only do you gotta sit through a lecture, you gotta drive, you know what I mean? Like that's, I mean, you gotta drive there and back for 2 hours too. That's a huge commute. I don't even know how you do that, like for real. Let me put this up a little bit. But yeah, I don't even know how you do that for real. Damn. Stronger than me. Stronger than me. Honestly. Okay. So yeah, print turn. So now what we can do is we can get the skill that the player and the skill that the enemy wants to do. And we get both of them first, so that way they can both be processed and used. Out of the car, I use bus and metro. Oh. Buses take 2 hours? I mean, yeah, I guess. Probably. Montreal. Damn. Damn, bro. I mean, I liked buses because I didn't have to do the driving. The driving is really, the driving, I mean, I guess I'm glad I can drive, or like I'm glad I have a car, I guess, but I don't know. When you have to be alert and you're going to class, like I don't know, it's like I just want to sleep on a bus. Do you ever sleep like on the bus ride there? I would do that all the time. I guess unless you have like night classes or like in the middle of the day classes or something. But um so I think this would have to be a pointer to a skill, right? Because once again, we're getting, you know, like we can't actually get a skill, like just the base class skill. So, where do I go with my uni's bus rather than driving? Yeah, I mean, some people are different, I guess. I just don't, you know, commuting is so. Yo, what, dude? What did I just read? Yo, chat ban that guy. Yo, chat ban that guy. Or mods. That's crazy. But yeah, that's 2 hours in the bus and metro isn't that bad. 2 hours driving would be horrific. Yeah, I sleep and listen to music on the bus. That's metro or code sometimes. I coded myself. A reminder app the other day. Coding an app on the bus ride home or like on the bus ride, it's kind of a flex, low-key. Kind of a flex. Alright. So skill pointer, what is it? We're getting player choice, but that's already a thing. Player move, we'll call it that. Player move, and we'll just process player choice, which I don't think needs any. Yeah, it doesn't need any params. Just making sure. And that should be fine, right? Skill, no suitable conversion from skill to skill. Oh wait. Changing a reference to a skill. No, yeah, that doesn't make any sense. I guess it'd still be a reference. Sure, I guess. Bus code quality is very low though. Be careful, I wrote some criminal code. Damn. I mean, hey. It's what it is. I mean, I guess you can't really expect code to be great when you're not like in front of like your normal setup. Like, I don't know. I probably I probably code very poorly. At school, because I'm focusing on two different things. You know, like during like a lecture, if I do code, I'm focused on the lecture, or kind of focused on the lecture, and you know, trying to code as well. So, like today, for instance. So my code quality might have been kind of poor. So, the only time, well, I guess I can't really say anything because I mean, Plankton. I mean, a lot of you guys probably saw the mess that I made the other night. So, with this code. But oh well, we survive, we thrive. Could these be pointers? I feel like these would be better as pointers. I feel like that would make more sense, right? They can be, can't they? I feel like a reference is kind of weird. Hold on. Because, yeah, I think these would be pointers. These would, I think so. Hold on, let me just test it to see if it does work. I think returning these as pointers would be better than just returning. Yeah, okay, that makes more sense. That actually cleans up the code a lot. Yeah. Because now we return what we're actually supposed to return. Enemy choice, what's wrong with enemy choice? Declarations incompatible. Yeah, I'd make them pointers, yeah. That's not, yeah, because I just looked at it and I was like, you know what? It doesn't really make sense to do it the way I was doing it. I gotta figure out what's going on with this enemy though. 7 pick choice, skillless choice. Pick skill. I mean, I think I'm naming it properly. Is it a, wait, is this a cost? No. It's gonna be, I already know it's gonna be something so stupid and so obvious. It's gonna be something so obvious, I already know. Line 20. Something to do with the declaration. I don't understand. I spell it wrong. Can't figure this one out. I just don't see where it's going wrong. It's returning the pick skill. The pick skill is a skill pointer. I mean, they both are returning the same. They're both supposed to behave the same. Huh. What in the world, bro? Returning abstract class skill? What? We're returning a skill pointer, not the abstract. Not the skill itself. For some reason, is this picked skill equals skill list, right? Yeah, that's correct. Try restarting VS Code. Sometimes it fixes. You think so? We will try that. Boom, full webcam. How you guys like that? Nah, did you guys see that chat earlier, bro? Who, like, bro, what? Because it didn't, I don't think it showed up like in the actual like chat. It showed up like in it showed up like on screen, which was weird. But oh well, I'm glad it won't be in the history. Okay, let's see. I think it's fixed. Okay. I guess it's fixed. So you're right. Oh jeez. Yeah, okay. So I guess restarting VS Code was the answer. The answer we needed. Nice. Nice. Okay. So let's get back to it now. So this is what we did initially because our code was much more simple. But now we would replace this with doing the actual action itself. Then resetting both the player and the enemy. And then doing the turn count. Which the reset, basically all the reset does. Yeah, VS Code magic. Basically all the reset does, which we might honestly want to change the name of reset, because really all it does is it just resets is defending. So let's actually change that really quick before I do it. Because it doesn't really make sense to call it reset. Reset sounds more like it's resetting the entire character. Yeah, reset is defending. We'll go here and we'll do this. Yeah, literally all it does. So That's all that does. But now we can do the perform action for each. Oh wait, we are doing a check here. We may not need to do a check here because we're already doing the check beforehand. So I feel like this really isn't that needed. I mean, yeah. That doesn't really make much sense. Because we have the player, we have the target. Right. Yeah, I just thought of something too. So we might have to change some things because, for instance, is defending, like the defending skill, obviously the target would need to be the source itself. So maybe here, or maybe with somewhere in the skill, we would need to return who the target actually would need to be. Right? Like, excuse me. Like, I want to recommend you something. Go right ahead. Maybe you can make a few shorts to advertise this series. A few shorts? That'd be cool. I've always thought about doing something like that, like making shorts or like TikToks or something. But I feel like I don't have anything that's like, I don't really know what I would even do in the shorts. You know, like, I don't know, like, I don't have any clips. You know what I mean? I don't have any clips or whatever. Or maybe making shorts of your own short tricks. You know, I tried making TikToks at one point when I was building my door sensor, when I was first starting building my door sensor. I can give you guys the link to that account because it's kind of funny looking back at it. But my own like short tricks, like you mean like tips and tricks, stuff like that. That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, if you guys have TikTok, you can look up Solbyte on TikTok and you'll find me. So comparatively, you get more views than lives and videos. Or compare. Yeah. So wait, always? Like always on shorts? Do you always get more views on shorts? I mean, I know that they're like pretty, like they push them pretty. Yeah. I know they push them pretty heavily. So I definitely can see how they could be. I don't know. I guess I just don't really know what I would, because I mean, you know, I like streaming, and even the tutorials that I do from time to time, like, you know, those are cool too, because they don't take a lot of time, right? I mean, this is stuff that I love to do. This is stuff that I probably would do on my own time. You know what I mean? But like, I'm just streaming it. It's people brain rots, swipe them. Yeah. You need to put the relevant tags. I just don't know what I'd make. Like, short tricks and all that is pretty cool, but I don't know. I don't want to be too stretched too thin. I mean, I'm a full-time student and I got a job too, unfortunately. Unfortunately, I'm getting paid. Why would I complain? But I don't know. Like, I guess I'm looking for like the lowest effort kind of things. Which I'm not saying this is like low effort, but streaming's pretty easy because this is just stuff I do anyways. But like with shorts, that takes a little bit more time. But yeah, if you guys do have TikTok and you look up Solbyte, you will find my TikToks. And I've only made like I think 5, but only for getting more views. Like the shorts. Sorry, I don't know how bad the delay is right now, but hopefully it's not too terrible. I keep saying stuff, I keep asking questions or saying stuff, and then I don't give you guys a chance to respond. Yeah, I mean, I just don't know what I'd do for the shorts, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Like, short tricks is cool. You know what I'm saying? Short tricks is pretty cool. But at the same time, it's like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just vibing, honestly. Now, if I had clips, like, you know what I mean? Like, if I had, like, clips from streams, then that would be pretty easy, because then you kind of edit the clip a little bit, but then you upload it. You can ask AI about the ideas. Yeah, yeah, for sure. I've actually asked AI about a lot of ideas for content. So AI is really good going to go for, or to go to for that specific kind of stuff. But yeah, if I did have clips though, I'd probably just upload clips. But nothing's really that clip worthy in these streams. I mean, I guess I don't know. Not really. So um yeah, let me work out how I would even do this though. Because a target, there will be times that the target. So maybe we can somehow get that without having to change the skills, without having to change any of that. Maybe we can get that somehow by, it might be easier in the skills though. Yeah, I mean, it really might be. I don't know. Can't really tell. I think we might want to do that. Like, maybe like in the skills, we would have to return the target. In which case, that would be the source for like buff defense, right? Because we don't really have like a method yet, or like a way of like the player to be able to choose, okay, target this person, right? Should we implement that first before anything? Because party members is something that I would want to add in the future. Are you back in 30 minutes? All right, Plankton. See you then. But party members is something that I would want to add. So therefore, I feel like in order to avoid unnecessary refactoring, we might want to go ahead and refactor right now. So that way we don't have to, just so we don't have to come back to this and have it blow up in our faces again. Blow up in my face again. Like it did the other night. So, I don't really know. We might want to, because, yeah. Yeah. We might want to. We would need to input, or we would need to have some kind of selection functionality. So like the player can select, like, okay, I want to target this person. And then that could just return the target. What's up, Throwaway? Welcome back. Good to see you. Yeah, so we would maybe want to go ahead and build that first, because I don't want to have to come back and refactor all of that later on after we've already built the new combat system, because this is a pretty key feature in the new combat system, especially if we want to add. I mean, I'm just trying to look out for scalability, is what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to look out for scalability. So we might want to go ahead and do that instead. Yeah. So it would need some kind of selection system, which may not really be all that hard to implement. We would just need to wait a minute. But I feel like then we'd have to go ahead and implement some kind of party system, so that way the selection system could work. Damn. So much, bro. I feel like, yeah, we probably would have to do that, actually. Because, I mean, it's a pretty key feature of the combat system in terms of scalability, so we better do that. We better do that. Excuse me, we better do that. So, let me think. we would need to so I think first we would need to refactor kind of how all of this works, right? So instead of storing a character pointer to a player or a character pointer to an enemy, we would instead store like a vector, and therefore the vector would be like the party, right? Like the enemy party, the player party, that kind of thing. So we would definitely need to do something like that. I'm trying to think of what, like, all else that would need to be, let me change that really quick. I'm trying to think of what all else would need to be fixed in order to actually do that. Or like, you know, like what files would be affected, by this? You know what I mean? So let's just start changing stuff. And yeah, okay. So this would be a vector of characters, and this would be the allies. I don't know, what would this even be called? Like the good guys? Player party? Yeah, we'll do that. Player party. And it'll be a vector of character pointers. So vector, character, pointer, player party. Okay, perfect. Same for the enemies. So vector, character pointer, enemy, party. Cool. And skills and all that stuff that we've already done won't need to be changed. Thank God. I don't want to have to go back through that kind of stuff. But the only real thing that's going to need to be refactored here is just the combat system itself, I think. So, like for instance, the combat initializes with this. So we would need it to initialize with the vector of character pointers. Which I guess we could just do, could we just pass in, probably just pass in player party, enemy party, right? No? I guess not. Oh yeah, because they're, yeah, of course, we need to identify them as parameters. Duh. Sorry guys. I usually don't stream this early, so my brain is still kind of a little wonky right now. But this is definitely the way to go about it. And let's change these names too. Just enemy and player, I think will work just fine. Vector of character pointers. Okay. And then vector of enemy, yeah, so then end info, this takes in the winners and the losers. So we would once again, just same thing here, I think. Well, not that, let's not do all that now. There we go, okay. Let's copy that, let's paste that. Okay. Now we can actually start working on it. So let's go to the constructor first. We're gonna see a lot of red. We're gonna see a lot of red here. Player party, enemy party. Turn count already initializes to 0, which to 1, which is good. Let's just copy these guys here for the C++ file. Enemy party, really? Enemy party. Do player, and over here enemy. Okay, so okay, info once again, vector character, and we're going to keep it as W and L because W stands for winner and L stands for loser, which why don't we just call it winners and losers? If that makes more sense. Although this would need to be changed too, because it would have to be like I don't know, maybe we'd have to do like LOL. So what, winners and losers? Because now it's not just like has fallen. It's like, let's just do, yeah, we don't need this. I'm gonna comment it out, but because we'll need it somewhere else, but you know, winners. And then we would do maybe some kind of for loop that would go over the party itself. Yeah, that makes sense. You know, would a party class make sense here? Like just making a party class instead of making all these vectors. Like it would store the party members, but it would, like we could also have like functions for those party members, like iterating over the over the party and like inserting. Yeah, that would make a lot more sense. Let's do that. So this stuff, okay, so I did this for no reason. Nice. Let's make a new folder. No, not in combat. Party. It's a party in the USA. You guys like my singing? Is it good? Okay. I started using this syntax, which is pretty sick. Party. Yeah, so class party. Can we just, maybe we could just do like a struct instead? Possibly. Can we just do a struct? Yeah, I say we just do a struct actually. I mean, I don't see any like private. I guess you wouldn't want certain XP. Let's just do this private, and we'll actually store the vector of characters, which, by the way, which I think here we need to do the class character, wouldn't we? Character pointers, party itself. This also doesn't include vector. Okay. So yeah, I really should have done this already. It's fine. It's fine. We thug it out. We thug it out. Vector. Why does it not recognize vectors? Should recognize it, right? It's because of the syntax I used. So confused, I don't understand. Say vector. Let's just use the normal syntax. I don't even want to do this. Because maybe indirectly that's doing something. No way, it still doesn't recognize it. What are we doing? What are we doing, gang? How is it not recognizing it? Yeah, no, it's just not recognizing vector, I guess. It's not including it, it's not using it. Maybe if I do this or something, I don't know. I mean, that's correct. Oh wait, no, wait, we changed the file name. Or the folder name. Oh yeah. That fix everything? It does, nice. Fixed everything, nice. So yeah, the private will be vector, the party vector. And public, we can do like, just some simple functions like get, functions like getting a certain character from the party, getting the entire party. Yeah, we'll do the getter first. We'll just do like, I don't know, we need to return, what is it, auto? Auto, right? Auto keyword. I'm trying to remember how we would do this. Tired gang. So, can we even return a vector character pointers like for a function? Is that even possible? Get party const. I guess that is. I don't know. I guess so. So that's the get party, and then we'll make another function for get party member, and we would need to pass in. Auto is just automatic type assignment. Oh, I got you. Whoa, but make it either a reference or a pointer. What, the vector? Don't copy a whole vector. Is that what that's doing? Oh, I guess so. Yeah, it is copying, and yeah, I guess it is copying an entire vector. Yeah, so we'll just return a pointer then, or I guess a reference. Wait, how would I? Because you're right, I don't want to copy anything too big. Wait, does that do it? That doesn't seem to make sense. Yeah, maybe how you do it. Character pointer. So it goes after the type. Oh, okay, I got you. Cool, cool. Yeah. Good catch, thank you. Appreciate it. I forgot. Vectors are pretty big. Alright. Let's see here. Yeah, get party member. We would need to get the party member. I guess, trying to think of like the best way that we could search it. I guess just like the position. So just like the int, like int index, and just find the specific party member based on the index. Oh, excuse me. Hello there. Is this how you build a door sensor live? No, Lemon Tree, this is not how you do that. We're making a text-based RPG that you can run in your terminal. No door sensor today, my friend. But hey, you should check out my TikTok though. I got some good videos regarding that if you're interested. You also spelled sensor wrong. You can do that, but you can also override the better if you are cool. If I am cool, you can override the... I guess I'm a little confused as to what you mean. Like I know, like I know that's how you would get the, you know, that's how you would index in the vector, but oh, how to make an RPG? Got it. This is no tutorial, that's for sure. This is just me messing around. But yeah, if you're interested in a door sensor, definitely check out the TikTok. I don't remember how many days I did that. I think it was like day 4. C++. Oh. Hold on. I feel like I've heard of that. Excuse me, I feel like I've heard of that before. Size. Int operator. Oh wait, no. I have done that before. I have done that before. Yeah, no, I have. Wait, what did I do that for? I feel like I remember there was a time that I did that. Congrats on 400 pooks. Thanks, bro. Right. I remember, why is it warning Plankton? Nightbot, what are we doing? Nightbot, bro. How do I turn that off, bro? Yeah, but I saw your message, though. I saw your message. Did it delete all of your... Nah, it deleted all your messages. For what, Nightbot? What are we doing that for, gang? Hold up, bro. Can you still speak? Like, does it still allow you to talk in chat? Yo, Nightbot is bugging. If not, I'm about to fix it. Please, no, stop. Chat moderation. Yeah. Well, okay, so you can still speak, that's good. Sorry about that, Plankton. I turned off the chat moderation, not like for like certain things. I just turned it off for like the things that you did, like for instance the symbols. So, sorry about that. All right. Yeah, all right. Anyways. Yeah, no, I've done operator overloading before. I've never done it for that though. I've never done it for that operator before. So I guess I'm a little... You can do a const. You could return... Wait a minute. Let's see. So you can do... My array. Sorry, I'm looking at an example from Stack Overflow. My array. So that times 10. I guess we would do... I'm not in the mirror. I'm inside you. Let me guide you. What? Stan says baby seals. What? What am I looking at right now? What the hell? Okay. Let me try to refocus back in after hearing that. If you understand, it's fine. Just use skip putting in the function. It's just less cool. Yeah, no, like I feel like I could try to implement that just because I think it is kind of cool. Like, because basically what we're doing is like we're overloading the operator for this class basically. So therefore, whenever we use that operator on this class, it does this specific function. So we could have it where we do the operator overload, and basically what it does is it goes through the vector, finds that specific index or finds that specific character and returns that specific character if we use the operator on the party class. That's basically what it is, right? So I feel like we could do that, like, for sure. I just forgot that that was a thing, I guess, is what I'm saying. But I mean that's how it would work, so let's just, I don't know, let's just try that. Why not? Let's get crazy. Let's get wild. Let's get wild. So let me check the syntax again. So we would return so I guess we could return it would need to be a character, right? Need to be if I could spell character. Character. I guess it would need to be a character pointer again, because we need to return that. And we could do, I guess, wait, would it need to be a reference? I don't know, the syntax here says a reference. Unless, but I know the next one would be operator boom boom, right? And we would pass in the int index, and then I guess we could make it a const, and then yeah, return the specific one. Okay, we could do a const that, I think that's the syntax. I think that's the syntax. Not 100% sure, but I think that's the syntax. Pretty sure. It may not be 100% correct, but we can fix it, I guess, later if it's not. so yeah, no, let's keep it as that for right now, and we'll just try to, you know what I'm saying. That's not gonna work for this particular operator because of weird C++. It needs to be a friend method. Give me 1 second. We just I've never seen that before. Let me verify. A friend method. A friend function in C++ is a non-member function that is granted special access to the private and protected members of a class. So it's a non-member function, but it's granted access to those things. No, I'm wrong. It's gonna work. Oh, okay. All right. Well, hey, now I know about friend functions. Now I know that exists. So thank you. I had no idea that even existed. That's pretty sick. It's for the operator that doesn't work. Oh, okay, I got you. So I think this should work. So now let's implement it in the party. I mean, let's just, yeah, let's I guess we need a constructor, wouldn't we? Let's do that. Party. I guess when you initialize a party, you just need to have one. But then again, you could have more. Let's just worry about what's in front of us first. I'm doing all of this party stuff because I realize that it's going to be pretty crucial for the it's going to be pretty crucial for the we need to include for the combat system. So I figured I'd just go ahead and actually create it now instead of later. Yeah, don't forget to initialize party there. Yeah. I mean, I feel like initializing party to just nothing would be ideal here because, or to not have anything in it, just a normal vector. Instead, let me just do that, I guess. Just no parameters. I guess we do a... Is it a virtual here? I think so, right? Maybe? I don't know. I forget exactly what dictates if it's a virtual or not virtual. Okay. Yeah, basically just does nothing. Just creates it. But right now, I feel like I want to do some extra stuff with this later, but we'll see. Okay. So now let me just focus on what I need to focus on. So we'll come down here. What was it? It was, we're returning, not a vector, we're returning a character pointer. Party. Get party member, right? Oh wait. No wait, we're doing the operator, right? Oh wait, how do you how would you do that here? How do you access that? Do we just do operator? Is that how it is? Yeah, I guess so. Index? Const? How you do it? Okay, yeah, I guess so. So yeah, what would return? Basically, we just access the party itself and get the index, right? I mean, I'm pretty sure that's it. Just return that. Believe so. You don't need to write destructors if you don't use dynamic memory. Same way as a method. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure about the operator. Yeah, okay, we don't need that destructor then in that case. My fault. Yeah, so yeah, I think that's all we really need to do. I mean, just return the member at that party, or the member at that index. Right, let me go and do the get party as well. Uh, it's a... It doesn't recognize character. Would this be better to return a reference to this? Wait, everything about character just went ballistic. What happened? What? What just happened? Is there a reason it doesn't recognize character anymore? Wait, hold on, let me see. It's not a type name. But it is, though. I even created this just in case. Unless we need to do this. But, I mean, even so, that should still take care of that. Wait, what's going on? It was something that happened after I did this. I don't know, what is this? The hell? Maybe restarting VS Code would be the option. Because I don't even understand how it went in. Right? I mean, it was recognizing it forever just now. And then I edited this, and for some reason now it doesn't. Try include character. Like at the top of here. I mean, it's already being included. The file name is character. Let me restart VS Code. I don't know if that'll do anything, but we'll see. Your relative path is wrong. You need to go one level lower. Let me see. Oh yeah, no, it's still wrong. Let's see. Let's see what you're talking about. Now it doesn't recognize VS Code. Nice. Hold on. I shouldn't have restarted. Bro, what? Something recognizing at this point. Give me uno momento. Technical difficulties, you know how it is. There we go. Oh, now it's over me. There we go. Perfect, 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 perfect. Alright. So the path is wrong. One level lower. Character H. Party, skills, combat, character classes. But then how would any of these be able to access that? You know what I mean? Character slash character.h. And it should recognize it. Try include dot dot character, just the dot dots. Doesn't seem to be working. Damn. Guess I'm wrong. I don't know what this is. It just happened like out of nowhere. Happened whenever I did this. What? Okay, what? Wait, is it because of this? No, wait, it's because of that. I guess maybe it was because I hadn't finished this function. So it was just deeming the entire thing incorrect. Okay, well, I feel kind of stupid now. Damn. That's crazy. That's crazy. Alright, well, at least we can get back to it now. So, yeah, get party is basically going to return. Oh yeah, I remember what I was working on beforehand. Yeah, see, look, that like destroys everything. I was wondering if this should have been returned as like a reference to that. I feel like that might be better. I mean, I don't think it really makes much of a difference. Yeah, I don't think it does, but whatever. What a character party, or not that party, and then get party. Return a const. Wait, does it return a const? Yeah, it should return a const. And from here, we just return party, basically. So just whatever the party is. Does it need to be a pointer to the party? Or I guess, wait, need to be one of these, right? No. Return party. Oh, I guess because it's not a, but I feel like if you did this though, it should work. I thought. Question, why do you need get party method? Why can't you use the party class directly? Like, I mean, you just mean like make the party, like all of its members public basically? What's up, Dimitri? So you think, I don't know, would it be better to make like a struct in that case? I mean, I guess this doesn't really need to be private. Now that I think about it. What's the type of party? It's for like the characters, like a party of like characters, you know? I feel like this could probably just be a struct. I mean, why would you want to use get party? Oh, well, I mean, for instance, like if I want to, like for instance, I was thinking of it like here in the combat loop that we were making. I was thinking here like, these would need to be changed by the way, but don't worry about them right now. I got to this point and I was like, you know, we might want to, there we go. Yeah, you're right. But yeah, I was thinking like, I want to allow the player or the enemy to be able to select their target. Because for instance, like, you know, the old way of us doing it, like we already knew what the target would be. But here, like some skills could have a different target, basically. And so I was like, maybe I should make a system that like we can select who the target will be. And so because eventually I did plan to keep it private. I do like I do plan to have like a party, right? Or like the ability for the player to have like a party of like different characters. And basically I want the enemies to also be able to be a party. That's why you added the... Well, I guess like I meant like returning the entire party. Like the party in its entirety. So no need to return the vector. I guess so. I mean, if we need the whole party, we could just do... I mean... Because the way that I was thinking of it was... I guess we probably passed the references of these guys, by the way. But, like, the way I was thinking of it is, like, instead of passing in just one player and one enemy, we would pass in the vectors of the parties, or like the references of the vectors, because that would change kind of how all of these operate, basically. So like combat, you know what I mean? And so therefore, I feel like if we were going to use this in combat, we would need to be able to have access to the entire, it's not handled vectors directly. So you mean like... Right, yeah. Well, I mean, like, that's why I wanted to do the class, was because I wanted it to store the party, but also be able to have functions on the party. Like, for instance, like add a certain, like a certain character to the party, remove a character, iterate over the party, that kind of stuff. Which, I mean, I guess we wouldn't necessarily need... I guess we wouldn't need a vector in that case. Yeah, it's a wrapper. So in your functions, instead of passing vectors of characters, you pass in parties. Right. Right, yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, this was my old iteration, so therefore I'd be passing in the party. Right, yeah, yeah. I'd be passing in the party. Like, these would all be party objects, basically. So I wouldn't pass in the vectors. But I guess I more so meant to, like, bring this up because it kind of shows the idea of how these functions will work. So therefore... I guess we don't really need it. I mean, I can't really imagine it's... I'll just comment it out for right now. I can't really imagine a moment where we'll need to return the vector. Wrapper shouldn't reveal its insides. Your party should never return its vector. Okay. Well. Yeah, I mean, I guess we'll just comment it out for right now then in that case. Yeah, we'll just leave that out for right now. I don't know if there will be a time that I would need that, but... This, yes. This is good. It allows us to get the party member, like this. Let me go back here really quick. and just replace kind of how these are. Player, party. Well, okay, this would be... So yeah, we'd actually... I'll just call these player and enemy, it's fine. Player, party. So instead of a vector, this would be basically a party. Right? Which I guess we can also include party.h, which I need to capitalize these. Okay. Cool. So we'll rename those. And yeah, these will be parties now. So party, player party, enemy party, turn count. These would obviously be parties. Party player. Party enemy. I can't think of, I mean, we could obviously implement, because I'm not trying to work on the party functionality just yet. Like, I feel like right now I'm more concerned with, I'm more concerned with the combat system right now, so maybe we could just add some to-dos. Like to-do, insert party member, to-do, delete party member, or remove party member. Okay. We'll just do those in the future, and this is commented out for right now because I don't really know if I plan to do anything with that. Right. Party player, party enemy. Okay. Right, okay. So let's go back here. Because now these work entirely differently. Could we return the size of the party? I mean, can that be accessed here? I forget. Like, if we wanted to access the player party size, right? Like that went in. I don't think that would work. I don't think so. I mean, there's no errors. I mean, it may be able to work. You could do that? Okay. Well then I guess we're good in that case. Because obviously we need to, like, for instance, the player choice, right, is kind of what I'm thinking. Like, we would need to iterate over the party, which we might make a function for that actually in the party. Like, something that would iterate over the party. Maybe. I mean, would that need to be here? No, probably not. We could do like a print party, which, I mean, sure. Because, I mean, I would need to print the party for here, for instance, right? Like party 1, party 2, something like that. But we don't really need it to be, need to implement it in party. VS Code being dumb. Oh. You need to implement it in party. Oh, like size. Like I would need to implement size in party is what you're saying? Like a function for size? Okay, I got you. My bad. I need to read chat more often. See, I figured that, but I was like, let me just get the size. We'll just do int party size, or get party size. Okay. party, get party size, const, and then just return party dot size. So we don't need all this. Yeah. See, I figured. I was like, there's no way you can access that. Doesn't make sense. Yeah, okay. And we'll worry about print party later. We don't really need it to be right now. So for like player choice. Dude, I'm so tired right now, bro. Vector size and all other and size T. You better use that. Is size T? I thought it was just size. Huh? Wait, what is size T? Oh, unless you mean that's what I would return. So I would return that. I would return size T. Because that's technically what that's returning. It's good to know. Good to know. What just happened? Not like that. The return type of your get party size function instead of int size T. Right, yeah. For now, you can iterate on party manually using an old school for loop int I. For the future, if you want to use modern for loops or functions like transform, you need to implement begin and end. Like for the vector. Yeah, we'll just do an old school for loop, I think. Yeah. We'll just do we'll just do a for loop, I guess. For player choice. Yeah. So doing like a for loop to return basically. So I guess instead maybe we'd want to do this down here. Which, I mean, I know we're gonna have to adjust this, obviously. But maybe like down here in the combat loop, we do the for loop. That goes over each party. Yeah, that might be the way to do it. Alright, so first off, let's, we would need to pass in something for player choice. So we would need to pass in the character. For player choice, so we'll just do player character. Why not? Or we'll do party character. Let's do that. And then we can use this function in the for loop. Yeah, that's better. Let's do that, and then can use. I'm like, is there a reason we're passing in pointers here? There's a pointer. Okay. That should work. Yeah. So we would basically then, and for here we would do character, pointer, party character. And these are different. These would be different. Vector, skill list. We would get the skill list. Wait, where does that come from? We did equal, yeah, party character gets skills. So we would need to do the same thing here. Party character gets skills. Just realized we didn't implement that yet. Skill pointer, pick skill. All true, generate choice randomly. Skill list. And yeah, we need to do party character. Okay. And then I guess over, oh. What just happened? So I guess these would need to be pointers then, I guess. In that case, right? Oh, it's still wrong. What's going on? Is this VS Code being weird, bro? Keeps like changing so randomly, bro. Maybe that fixes it? I don't know. So what we would do is we would need to return the skills that we wanted the player's party to be able to play. So we would do, whoa, be careful when you put a star in front of a variable. It dereferences it. Doesn't make the pointers. Oh shit. Wait, so what's the method for doing that? Hold on, bro. This is, it's giving all these errors though. And I feel like this should pass in just fine because the can use function takes this in. Right? The can use function takes this in. I guess maybe it'd need to be a reference. But I mean, that's right, yeah, but it kept giving me errors for some reason. I guess maybe we would need to change this one to just this instead, because I guess technically it's expecting it's expecting that. So we'll just do that then in that case. Which, by the way, do these have different? No, they don't. Source stuff. What you talking about? Definition is incompatible with Boolean. Source get resource, cost, return false, return true. Get resource. It should be pointer, yeah. I think they should be pointers too. We are returning a boolean. Maybe it's just being weird. I don't know. Wait a minute, what? Can use skill. Can use is here. Oh yeah. Okay, that's what's going on. There we go. I'm going to change this one too. Yeah, they should be pointers. I don't know why I did that. All right. That's a pure virtual void, so that depends on the specific skill. And yeah, that probably kind of messed some things up, I ain't gonna lie. Let's fix a little bit. I just reference all these. Jeez. I mean, we could, I guess, just use. No, that's fine. We only have a few more, I guess. That's a question mark. I could do the Control F thing, but whatever. Is what it is. I'll do it for this one. But yeah, I think pointers make more sense here. It looks like this one doesn't really need it. That's nice. It's got 2 of them. 3 of them, actually. Can we even do that? It'll replace this one too, though. Whatever, it's fine. We can change that back. Okay, there we go. It's in skill.h and you use instead of pointer. Right, I'm changing all of them to pointer though. So that way it kind of makes sense a little bit more. You need to change this though. But that way it's a little bit more consistent with what we actually have. Is there a reason it's showing an error? Maybe it's just oh, it's this. Oh, it's fine. Okay. Line 10, you must have your decimal number. Yeah, there it is. It's funny. Okay, cool. So that's fixed. Yeah, let's just use. That should work now. Yeah, that should work just fine now. So ready to get a haircut. I have an appointment scheduled for the 15th. I've been growing this out for a year. It's becoming annoying. Alright, so basically we would do 4 loops in here that would allow us to collect each of the moves for each of the members in the party. I guess, like, how would I go? I guess I'm trying to think of like how I would go about implementing that kind of system. Like, like one that would allow me to can make like a queue, I guess. Just make a queue. A queue of skills, and then it performs those skills. But then again, we would need to also adjust player turn to where we can select. That way there's some kind of selection system as well. Something like that. You can make a queue or a stack depending. I was thinking a queue because I'd want, or I guess, I mean, I'd want it to, go like in order, I guess. I mean, we don't have like a speed stat, so we don't really need to factor in anything like that. And I mean, even if we did, it wouldn't be too hard to just change the data structure later to where before it actually does the perform actions, it reorganizes it, and then, you know. I don't know. I don't know. Not sure. I do have class in 30 minutes. So I probably shouldn't stay on too much longer. But yeah, I'm thinking a queue, honestly. Like, we create a queue data structure that would collect the skills in which the player chooses for each of the characters in the party. Same thing for the enemy. And then if we ever do want to add like a speed stat in the future, we can, it doesn't have to remain a queue, I guess, but like we could just reorganize the structure of the data structure, or we could reorganize the skills to queue or exist. Yeah. I think I'll just use one of those. But I might go ahead and end stream though. I had class in 30 minutes, and I think I need to get some food or something in my system, bro. I'm so beat right now. I have no idea why either. So tired. I think I'm definitely a night person. I think way better at night. Not saying that I won't stream in the morning still, but okay, we have a kind of decent idea of what we're gonna do. So good to see you, Plankton. Good to see you, Dimitri, everyone else who came by. Appreciate you guys. I'm gonna try to organize my thoughts about how I want to go about this, and then tomorrow night, the next stream, we're gonna stream for a while, and I think we'll knock out a lot of stuff, so that'll be good. So anyways, appreciate you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and commit the changes for the new combat system. Make sure to check out the repo if you guys want to. And yeah, thanks guys. I'll see y'all.